Well, guess what? We are live now. So, welcome to the podcast, the pod show, the YouTube, the
It's a
Alchemy
podcast
binge.
too.
As you can see, we got the J Squad rocking with us now. We've got Jonathan
You, hello.
and Yuli
Hi.
and Yami.
Hey.
And that is all we're going to say about that. So, how's everybody been? Except for usually, we know how you been.
Yeah, I've been shitty.
I'm doing all right. It's just another week.
I
I
have started
am-
my semester, and it is going to be weird.
I am beautifully sleep deprived and overly caffeinated. It's great. It's a great combo. I
Oh,
recommend
I'm
it.
sleep deprived too, but I'm not caffeinated.
Johnny Cakes is there with me.
I was up until like 4 a.m. last night playing Stardew Valley.
Only 4 a.m. Pansy.
Only 4 a.m. I know.
was up till 8. Just not
You
doing much of
slept?
anything.
Yes, I amazingly slept. I'm able to do that somehow. I only slept like a little bit, but it's like, yeah.
And there's Tom, here to fuck up the
Hello.
J Squad.
Yay, Tom.
Sorry.
Hey, Tom.
Hi, Jamie and Leto or whoever she is today. I don't know. What am I going to fuck up?
The
We were all
J-Squad,
J
dude.
names, and now
Oh.
you're here with your T.
Just
I'm-
ignore him.
Well, I'm just Tom.
Very good. I like that.
It'll work. It'll work. We'll make it work.
Tom is short for just Tom.
Just yeah. Okay.
Hey, yo, way.
Let me come in. Let me come in again. I'll go out and come in again.
I didn't expect the Spanish Inquisition.
Hi, Jordan.
Nobody
Hi,
does.
everyone.
I
Fuck
still
you,
need-
David.
Okay, what has David said now?
No, he didn't say anything. But
That's just how she says
I'm
hello
saying
to David.
yes.
No, it's the J's but mispronounced.
It's like he likes it.
David's a brat, and Julie's his mommy.
Yes.
What about Phoenix? Phoenix is like a 1 million ant because Phoenix will always tell David to go in the corner or spray David with a water bottle.
She's a teacher.
Ah, makes sense. Yes. She is an English major, so yeah, I can definitely see that.
So, let's go ahead and thank our patrons.
Mm.
First up, we have a couple of people who are on the show right now for some reason. Yemi and Yuli.
Hi.
Hey.
And
Thank
then
you.
we have
Hi.
Marty,
Thank you, Marty.
Thank you, Matty.
Thank you,
Amy,
Marty.
Von Reg is still gay. Yay! I love how
I'm-
he's saying it.
I'm
By
proud
the
of you,
way.
Von Rek.
Sorry,
and then we have
John.
Yo
Thank you, Yo.
Thanks,
and
sir.
Mylin.
Thank you, Mylin.
Mylin.
Couple of fuckboys.
She's yelling in her room. You're welcome.
She do shit that now. And thank you to the fuck boys.
And
Yes,
then we
thanks,
have
fuckboys.
Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
And finally, the guy who's still gay, Von Rek.
Thank you, Von Reg.
Thank you.
Yes, wishing Marty a speedy recovery. Poor thing has been tested positive with
Yes.
COVID.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't have any worse a time than I did.
Oh dear, did I? I did not freeze. Good.
Mhm. What?
There's
Okay.
a cat behind you.
Yes, there
Everybody
is
shut
a
up.
cat behind me.
Cat butt. Kitty. I
Don't
want
mind.
cat and $1 million. Can you help me?
No.
Sorry, I only have $1 million. Will you take that and no cat?
I can help you one by one working on the $1 million, so it'll take some time
I
though.
need $1 is what I need. I'm sorry. I sing when I'm stressed out. I may sing a lot.
That's okay. You're allowed to sing, unlike me.
Yeah, I'm not pitch deaf.
True.
I don't know if it's how do you say it?
Tone deaf.
Yeah, we
Tone
say
deaf.
tone deaf.
Oh, I thought it was about speech, about conversations that you said
Well,
someone
it's
was
used in
tone
both.
deaf.
It can be used in either way. Tone deaf is, I think it's probably more used in conversation about not understanding the social context.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought
think-
it meant. I didn't know it had a proper meaning, not just a metaphorical one.
Well, they always have a proper meaning. The metaphorical one always comes later. Always.
Mm.
That I don't know.
Like
that
people
is
used to
true.
actually beat dead horses for fun.
Why?
For
Like I said,
fun.
they were
What's
really
fun
bored.
about that?
They didn't have the internet back then. They didn't have cheap porn. What are they going to do?
They were.
No, but
Da-
they had
da- I feel
BDSM.
like I'm beating a dead horse.
Yeah, if you want to like beat people, yeah, that'll be a way to do it. Yes.
Shut up, David. Hi, Mithril.
And of course, there's plenty of people. I mean, it's like I'm sure there've been plenty of people to actually consent with, and I don't want to think about like the people that don't consent.
Oh yeah, there are at least dozens of people in the world who would consent to being beaten.
At
That's
least.
not true, Joey. You understand social context just well when you're with reasonable people. And by that, I mean not
Yes.
neurotypicals.
Oh, yeah.
There was an actual like bingo I saw of like where if you get a bingo, you're like, I swear I'm neurally typical, and I'm like, just like, oh wait, I do the like bouncy thing. I need caffeine in order to like function. Yes, I sing the same. I play the same song over and over again. I don't think I quite got the bingo. It depends on how if I answer yes or no to like a couple of things.
I forgot to make myself tea, speaking of caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same one.
Tea is good. What kind of
What?
tea you gonna
You didn't miss anything. We
Yeah,
just,
we have done nothing of value.
we thanked our patrons.
get? I've been busy tweeting out to like and sharing around the stream.
Shut up, David. That was funny.
Oh, jeez.
Hey,
Oh, Culture Shots is here. Hi, Hank.
Michael,
hey, Dick Quack.
hi.
Take culture shots.
Why
And
aren't
hi,
you-
Dick Quack.
John,
Why aren't
John.
you editing video? I'm expecting video from you.
Oh yes, Culture Shock does have like a new editing software.
Yeah.
Yep.
Editing computer.
He's looking into how to set up studios. So I think we deserve a product. Yeah,
Shots
well,
of
that's
just
culture.
right.
right.
You've got a
Uses
fancy new
excuses.
ARM processor, right?
I will be looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to more product from you.
I think I got what you mean by ARM processor. Unless that's actually a physical object, as it were. Because I did, as a kid, I used to think that elbow grease was a real product.
It's the
could buy
thing you
from the
use to
store.
plug into your computer on Cyberpunk.
No, an ARM processor is an advanced RISC machine processor. It's an instruction set architecture. It's the one that Apple just switched to on their new Macs.
I see.
Nerd. Apple is evil.
These things are true about me.
Do not buy Apple.
Well, it's too late for a culture shot.
I know.
He,
I'm judging you, babe.
yeah. Well, I'm not yet. I'm waiting to see what you come up with. But when I saw the computer that you got, I thought it was like a little Roomba for a desk or for a small area.
Issue
You thought it was
is
a vacuum
in like a year and a half, it will be obsolete already. That's my issue with Apple. Shut
yeah.
up, David.
I'm still wondering if it's possible if the M1 has a unlocked bootloader, or if I'm gonna have to break into random people's houses and start hacking on their Macs and install Linux. Because if it's hard, I have to do it.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, don't start with the sexual innuendos. You know I don't get them. Well,
Well,
got
in this
that
case,
one
hard
because-
was referring to an erect penis.
Yes, I got that one.
She's not
But-
tone deaf.
Sometimes I'm a little too ace for that shit. So
Which is why you never get it.
sometimes
Oh,
I
shut
get it,
up.
but
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
oh,
Tom.
I
Don't
understood
follow
that
through.
one. See, if Jonathan
Don't follow
Jonathan
through.
hadn't loved, I wouldn't have gotten it.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And your fucking language is hard to conjugate.
True. Yes, it is.
Not
Not
as
really.
well as mine, but I know mine.
I mean, all of our present tense verbs are exactly the same, except for like he, she, it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I run, you run,
I think those
we
are
run,
pronouns.
y'all run, they run.
But pronouns. If there's pros, it must be cons. So there's pronouns, right?
No. There's amateur nouns.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Shut up, David.
There are pronouns, proper nouns, and then amateur nouns.
And I'm talking to you, not to David. I hope you got that.
Okay, I was
John
waiting for
and Dick.
David's comment to pop up so I could know whether or not I had to mute him. Why are you so needy right now, buddy?
I said David with an S.
Oh, okay. We didn't actually hear the S's were.
No,
So,
no,
yes,
Von Reg, don't try.
Disengage.
Don't start punning at David. Oh no,
Shields up.
you're going to arm him. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm not trying like you anymore. I'm cranky, okay? So yeah, chat. Tomorrow I have an appointment with someone. I actually don't know if he's a social worker or an asshole. I don't know.
Could be both.
Who will
Yeah.
decide if I can keep my $150 welfare or not?
Hmm.
So I'm a little stressed.
Did you suddenly
out
become less
because
disabled?
It's not because of disability. My disability isn't recognized in France. Fibromyalgia, they decided I can work even though I can't.
Mm-hmm. There are so many people like that.
So I can magically, I can't magically not have chronic pain. So I don't know what to tell them.
Have you tried crying?
Never. No, I think I'm a little too proud for that.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a French thing to be proud of, like.
No.
stuff.
No,
No, it's 'cause
there's
she's a trot.
Lots of people
Oh.
cry at social workers, and no, that's because I'm a mean bitch, and I'm already
That's what John said.
You're a
too
trot.
sensitive. I'm already too sensitive to some things. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's like.
anyway, so I'm a little cranky. So
Yeah, we know a lot of people that like really are disabled, but yet still have to work. A couple of Facebook friends. I actually just heard that this is a thing in the UK, and Mithril, you can probably correct me if you know about it. But it's like, maybe Marty too. Hello, Marty.
Marty!
Yes,
Hey, Marty.
we were just we have our thoughts and
Marty.
prayers are to you. Hope you can recover from the COVID.
Oh,
But like I just heard that in the UK they kind of do this thing where try to like assess people's like ability, as it were, just to see as like if they can
Oh,
what tasks they can actually do. It wrecks disabled people all the time whenever they have to do it, because it proves that like no, they can't do much work even after all this physical exercise and tests, as it were, like stress tests, as it were. And yet it's just like I remember. Okay, so at work, when people said, "Hey, John, how are you?" I say, "I'm still trying to think about how to bring about the socialist communist and workers' revolution." And that did start a conversation with this very conservative person who actually thinks that Planned Parenthood is a baby killing in the factory. I told her that I work. I told
No,
her I
there's
volunteer
no assembly line or anything. It's a boutique shop. It's okay.
But like
I
this,
mean,
but
when you think a clump of cells smaller than what you expel when you sneeze is a baby, yeah, I guess it is.
but that she
Except it's not a fucking baby, so shut the fuck up.
and it's
but
not a
this one-
factory. That's what I'm saying. Okay, it's not. You're
Also-
not getting abortions off the rack. Okay.
Also, like, not even every Planned Parenthood facility actually does abortions.
They
have
mostly do
Yeah.
pap smears and stuff.
Yeah,
In
they
France, no
do-
Planned Parenthood facility does abortions. Only hospitals do.
Right, because they need to.
Yeah.
Or,
No,
yeah,
no,
because
you
they
don't need-
can't just say they don't do it.
Mhm.
No, it's illegal. You can't refuse to treat someone. And-
Right, exactly. Because
Abortion
they
is
can't
treatment.
just
It's
choose
legal.
not to.
And it's treatment. So if you have a religious or personal ideology that prevents you from treating someone, don't be a doctor. You fuck off. Do I don't know. Do something else with your life.
Go complain about vaccines or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
Go
that's
fuck
all
off
I
up your own
agree.
ass and die.
There we go.
yeah.
That's what I said.
That would yes.
But so I was as I was saying about this this actually she retired or asked to retire because like I bet she's worked for the company for over 20 years, and it's just like the other people that are retiring, it's just like, oh, the company is not making a lot of money because of the recession and COVID and the drop in sales, and so that's right, that she had to retire.
Oh, that's a woman too. It pisses
was a
me off even worse when it's women because
Yeah.
they know.
Mhm. But like the point is that she also
Well, cis
said
women, anyways.
Yeah, she was cis. Oh yeah, she was cis, and she hates about these whole new categories. I did mention to her I was genderqueer and
Oh
non-binary.
God.
Oh, and she hates all these identities too, like being Irish and stuff. And it's like, okay, I'm not gonna go
What?
further.
Why the fuck do they care? Is my
I don't
question.
know.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't hate trans people, but it's mostly because I don't give a shit about people's gender. I
Mhm.
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
care.
And that's also a hassle, despite the gender of whatever. But like what she has said, as I was trying to talk about like socialism and communism in a bit, I know I shouldn't talk to people, but she's.
No, you do. So
Well, yeah, but she says like, but I'd like it if like we can just like test to see if there's like any sort of thing that these people can like do, so we can make use of them. She literally said something like that to that effect. And
use of whom?
Yeah, who are we using?
The cripples
for
or
what?
the trans?
cripples.
Oh,
Yeah, I was talking about like workers' rights and revolution and communism and that sort of thing. And yeah, she wants to.
Ew.
Yeah, she wants people to be used because if people can be productive, they should be productive.
And if we can't, what? We
You
should
gotta
die?
squeeze every single ounce of productivity out of every single other person, because
Mhm.
otherwise, how will we get all of the money to give to 3 people?
Yeah.
If you
There
don't
you go.
mercilessly exploit someone, do you really love them?
I wonder what her religion affiliation was. Was she Catholic or Protestant? One of those two.
I'm going Christian, but that's just a guess.
Yesterday, Catholics are Christians.
Yes.
You see,
They're just
That's what
No,
Tom's
I-
saying.
Protestants.
You see, equality is
Yeah.
just when disabled people.
Jordan, it was some
A former coworker.
coworker to Jonathan.
See, equality is when disabled people
It
have
is.
to.
Sorry, go ahead, Jamie.
Equality
answer.
is when disabled people have to work themselves to death along with able-bodied
Oh,
people.
yes. Sorry, I had forgotten about that. Yeah, Dikwak, it is a slur, but it's
I'll-
one I choose to reappropriate for myself because if I
It's a
call
slur
myself
that
a
applies
slur,
to about half of us. So
yeah. If I choose to call myself that, it's like calling myself a bitch. If someone calls me that, it doesn't affect me anymore. Because yeah, and you know, once you strip a word from its power and its meanness, it doesn't have any hold on you. So yeah, I'm a fucking cripple. Jamie too.
I don't use that
And
word
Tom
for myself,
too.
but I do struggle to get around.
Mm-hmm. So yes, what has happened this week?
Biden said that we're fucked and we're all going to die.
Oh, Twitter banned Antifa accounts.
Yes, I
Oh
saw
my
that.
god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, all the official Antifa accounts got nuked. That's too
There's
bad.
no
'cause
official Antifa account. Antifa isn't an
there is.
organization.
As
it's
the
it's
appointed,
it's recognized
elected
by
leader.
Facebook.
Elected leader, yes. I shared an article that some friends shared about that, and it was from the New York Post. And I read the article after I shared this, and when I read it, I was like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" And Jamie informed me it's a right-wing rag.
Mm-hmm.
So I was, oh, that's why it's moronic.
Well, it's not the only reason, but it contributes.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of not outright right-wing papers don't understand what Antifa is, but why is it so difficult to understand? It's just anti-fascists.
Also,
because
We
they're
just banned
fascists.
Anti-fascists.
my local anti-fascist group, Rose City Antifa, is still on Twitter, so I don't know what they're talking about. I think it might just be a lie.
I think they banned big accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Rose City Antifa is one of the largest anti-fascist organizations in the entire U.S. One of the oldest, most
Maybe you just got
established.
shadow banned.
So I don't think so.
Anyways, that's a good thing if it's not true, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because Twitter is shite.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was either, because they have been banning people for advocating for leftist stuff since when did Twitter start? 2007, something like that.
Yes, something like that.
Whenever that was, whenever they started.
So 2006 when they were coming up with Twitter in the meetings, in the pre-Twitter meetings.
Nobody thought about making Twitter. They just did, and that's why it's how it is.
Yeah.
I was giving him too much credit. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't go on there when I was younger, because I thought it was just people, I don't know, describing their poop or stuff like that.
There's some people that still like that too, but then again, I think once they found "rape my poo," then they already have a place to describe their poo.
What?
Anyways,
there's an entire
and I
social
discovered
media
it
site
wasn't
for
the
poop.
case, and I was half disappointed, because poo is fun. Well, it's funny, anyways.
Yeah, I take my
the
poo.
Ace Kinkster walked into the room today.
My poo and Make little crochet or knit little sweaters for it. Make a little poo Bernie Sanders
No, I mean,
with the mittens.
okay, I don't understand that
Turdy
meme.
Sanders.
Huh?
Turdy Sanders.
Bernie Sanders. There we go.
I
The meme. The
Please
meme
explain me that meme. What
Of,
does
It's
it
because
come
he
from
just
the
looks like a grumpy
inauguration?
old man sitting there who does not give a fuck.
yes, at the
He
inauguration.
is a grumpy old man who doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He,
And he didn't look
also had-
fancy like everybody else did.
he also like brought papers
He
with
didn't-
him.
He didn't look millionaire enough for the event.
He
Yeah.
was just a guy in a coat wearing mittens.
And brought papers with him to do work while at the inauguration because like and now someone tagged me on like a Facebook with that meme or one of the memes and it said I'm sure my for some reason he was typing in all caps, it might be a mistake. I'm sure my ultra left friend like some random geek would like it feels exactly like this, to which I said, well yeah, the inauguration is just a school assembly with better production.
Yeah.
It's like,
When did
you're
Hamilton
so
become liberal? He was always liberal. I mean, by the classical definition.
Yes,
Yeah, I
exactly.
was gonna say.
Oh, like
Hamilton.
Sargon. You mean-
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much every president.
Yes.
has
Hamilton
been
was never a
liberal,
president.
with maybe like a handful of exceptions, but they were fascist. Was the difference?
Mm.
But
Tom, are you okay if we talk about Christie, or would you rather not?
Well, I just won't take part,
Okay.
but you can go
Okay.
ahead if you need to.
I
What
don't.
did she do lately?
Well, I don't know her rants against leftists on Twitter. It's really irking me. I feel like she's going full right wing.
Some argue that she was like already sent to right for being like a liberal.
No, I
and-
know, but you know what I mean.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
sure, yeah.
she's getting kind of conservative.
Yeah,
little bit reactionary.
and
Well, that's
More
what
than a
happens
little
when you
bit
live
in
in
some
Germany.
ways.
Germany is a very conservative country.
no, it's not.
Yes, I know.
No, it's
It's
not.
it is infamous for being the most progressive country in Western Europe.
We know some Germans actually. We had them on the show, Connelly and Schwanza,
Mhm.
and they're pretty progressive.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yes,
And-
they're anarchist.
oh yeah.
Both of them. They were admins with me on anarchist memes
Oh, that's
before
cool.
we were
Zooked.
zooked.
Mhm.
And
yeah.
they actually came to dinner at my home when I
Mm.
still had one.
Mm.
Good times.
Mhm. But yeah, so
Anyways, yeah, I'm sad.
She's
Like
getting more and more dishonest and more reactionary, though. Yeah.
mhm.
I wouldn't know. I haven't
No, but
watched her and
also-
Kev's show in forever.
So yeah,
I
that-
haven't either, but I saw only post some
Mhm.
screenshots
on
of
Facebook, yeah.
things she has said, and
Yeah, I checked out
Oh,
her
I-
most recent show with Kevin, and she got into a weird pro-US kind of like hyper-nationalist patriotic,
yeah, she doesn't
Speech.
live there, so No,
and she started
don't.
praising the Lincoln Project.
Yeah, I've seen.
what's
conversations.
the
Yes.
Lincoln Project?
That's the
It's a Republican group that basically is trying to reach out to Democrats and get
We
them
don't like
to move
Trump, but we
rightward.
still hate poor people.
Yeah, they're like, hey,
Yeah.
we hear you. Trump really is a bad guy. We understand what you're saying. See, we're not that different from you. You should come vote right wing.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
intersectional white
Democrats.
supremacists.
Yeah, that's where they're at basically.
Okay, yeah, they're bad
So she
people.
was praising them.
Mhm.
And talking about, she called them more anti-racist than progressives, and knowing how she uses progressive, she's talking about like us and like BLM. So
Well,
I don't think the Lincoln
Because they're
Project
reaching
is,
out to white supremacists.
is more anti-racist than yeah,
Mm.
than the Black Lives Matter movement might be a little bit more anti-racist than the Lincoln Project.
Mhm.
I mainly wanted to talk about her because it's a little selfish. I'm sorry, but I'm still not over that. I think I'm gaslighting myself. I don't know if she was always like that and I was blind, or if did she change, or was she always did she change, or did I basically?
I think
It's
to
fucking
a
me up
certain
in the
extent,
head. What is what I say? I don't want to dunk on
to a
her. I'm
cer-
not interested in that, but
to a certain extent, I think she changed. But I think
Mhm.
more than anything, what changed is her awareness of the fact that leftism is challenging her privilege too.
Mm. I kind of think that is the case too, as it were.
Yeah, because she comes from a bourgeois family.
Mm.
She comes from a like her parents are landlords. She
Julie's a
is
landlord.
white. She's cis.
can you
That's true
stop
as well.
comparing me to people who have money?
So
No,
there's a
for real.
difference.
Yeah.
There is a difference. I think a little bit, but like she did like her family makes a livable income off of this stuff. Like it's not, yeah.
Instead of
So
owning
it's
a
not
third
like-
of your grandmother's cottage.
or
Yeah.
like we need to make ends meet,
Farm,
so it's just
not
like
cottage. Farm.
or,
That
or
no fucking one wants to buy because it's a fucking farm.
Anyway,
Sorry.
but yeah, so she's cis, she's heterosexual, she's white, she's upper middle class, she's educated, she's benefited from social health care basically her entire adult life. Before that, she lived off of like she had parents to live off of. So she's never really lived in the US and had to like try and get by in the States. She's never dealt with our labor rights system. She's never dealt with our she's dealt to a certain extent with like college level, because she did do part of her undergrad in Wisconsin, so she has dealt with like she apparently did some feminist organizing of some sort, some kind of protests that she took part in when she was in Wisconsin at college. But like she's really never dealt with the political system here. She's never really dealt with the labor system here. And she doesn't really seem to understand it in a lot of ways. And so I think the fact that she's been so sheltered from it, and the fact that she's been so just not aware of how much privilege she has compared to the people who are fighting for it here to get any privilege, to get
I
decent
know, but
living.
it wasn't always the case. I mean,
or it
when we
didn't
were-
seem like that.
when
Right,
we
and
were
so I think what happened
patron,
is
she used a part of the Patreon money to give to charities. She helped me.
I think part of the reason
I don't get it.
I think part of the reason that she has shifted has more to do with the fact that she suddenly realized how much she has to benefit from things staying the way they are, and how much making things better for other people actually takes away privilege from her as a landlord, as a cis white straight woman, as someone who's able-bodied, as someone who benefits from imperialism. And I think the more that she learned about this stuff, the more scary it got. And she just kind of, she reacted. She became reactionary in response to that.
I don't know.
To
I
that
kind of
understanding.
hope that now that motherfucker is elected, maybe she would go back to where she was before, but that she seems to be shifting more and more right wing, and I don't know. That makes me sad because I really considered her my friend. Not just
Mhm.
someone. Anyways, yeah.
I
So it's
considered her
not
my
just
friend
me.
too,
She
so
did change.
it's-
I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I considered her my friend too. It's really frustrating
Mhm.
that changed, you know?
Yep.
Anyways, it was
Mhm.
it's sad. Very sad. But yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Also,
Joe Biden did a really great
yeah.
job first day.
Of
He
not closing the concentration camps.
correct, but he did shut down the Keystone pipeline, but not the Dakota pipeline.
Oh yes. He did
No,
eventually.
I don't want to be an asshole. He did
Yeah.
some good things.
He did some good
But
things.
I hope it's not just token things.
Mm.
Didn't he shut down the one that
Keystone,
Warren
but not
Buffett
Debacles.
was trying to get shut down anyway?
Probably.
Because
Mhm.
Warren Buffett owns the competing pipeline. I don't remember which one Warren Buffett owned, but I'm pretty sure that Buffett
No,
was
Buffett supports
spending money.
Keystone.
Was it Keystone that he supports?
Hmm.
Okay, because he was spending money to pay for bail funds.
Joey says he also didn't shut
for the
down
other one.
line 3.
Oh. Well, that was nice of him to not do the thing that he claims to do. That makes sense.
And the liberal media is going to praise him.
I
for,
have no idea what that means because I
you
don't
know-
understand how pipelines work in your country or how indigenous lands work in your country. It's a little too
basically-
complex to me. So
Basically, indigenous lands exist in our country, and we respect them by
Until-
saying we respect them, and then that's literally the end of the respect that our
Oh.
government gives them.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what you
And
do
then
is you
just
take the
treats it
most
like it's their
worthless,
land anyway.
valueless shit land, and you shove all the brown people on it, and then you ruin it even more
Yeah.
for money or racism.
And you treat it like the U.S. government treats it like that is their land anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's Biden is not even. As far as I know, Biden hasn't even started the ball on closing the concentration camps. So I did.
yeah,
see,
the Paris Climate Agreement is a good thing, Venrek.
well, yes, that's a good thing. He
And
did.
the-
No, but it'll only benefit the citizens of Paris.
Oh, that was
Ted
what
Cruz.
Orange Moron believed?
Yes.
No, that's what Ted Cruz tweeted out.
Really?
Mhm.
I can't believe Ted Cruz tweeted that out.
Oh my god, I knew he was mean. I didn't know he was stupid.
I don't know if it's an act or if he's just playing up to the base.
By rejoining the Paris Climate Agreement, President Biden indicates he's more interested in the views of the citizens of Paris than in the jobs of the citizens of Pittsburgh. This agreement will do little to affect the climate and will harm the livelihoods of Americans.
Pittsburgh joined the Paris Climate Agreement, though.
David says Paris, Pennsylvania,
They're
or
both
Texas, or how many Paris
Not-
do
not
you
Paris,
have
Texas.
in your
I don't think-
country?
I don't know. I don't think it helps Paris, Texas, though. I think Paris, Texas would probably be on the side of pumping more oil.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think so
probably.
too. Most likely.
Yeah, so what was I trying to think? About to say something. I forgot. Okay.
Okay, I have-
Ted Cruz.
I thought the indigenous land was not really American.
Oh,
It's a
Well, we
that's
have
the
complicated
thing.
issue.
have somebody that could actually help us with that.
yeah. So Joey,
It's semi-sovereign.
if you want to explain You're welcome to. And if you want to correct me if I fuck some of this up,
I think they explained to me already, and it's something.
It's sovereign territory until the federal government decides it isn't.
Yeah. So basically, what happened?
It's supposed to be
it's its own
sovereign.
country.
Okay.
In essence, I mean, if you want to simplify it, it's its own country, but the U.S. government treats it like it isn't anyway, so it basically isn't. What basically happens is the U.S. government doesn't invest any money into infrastructure or developing that land, and then just uses that land how it pleases anyway, despite the fact that it claims that it doesn't own it.
Mostly to build pipelines, as I understand it.
Right, because pipelines are extremely dangerous.
Yeah, they pollute, yeah.
And people who aren't on indigenous land generally have the right to vote about whether or not that, or have the ability to more effectively enact.
Dol said something very funny in the chat.
Legislature to protect them, whereas there's not really representation from in indigenous lands. There's not really representation in the U.S. government. There's no real so they just end up doing everything they can to make money out of exploiting those lands, put no money into those lands. And whenever it is that there's any money to be put into those lands, they say, it's not actually ours.
Okay, I get it. Sorry.
Gotcha.
What did you want to say, Tom? I cut you off earlier. I'm sorry.
How much earlier? You've cut me off so many times.
A little bit earlier, like 10 minutes before we got the explanation of like how indigenous sovereignty.
I'm sorry, Tom.
I'm kidding. I love you, and I would never say anything truly mean or truly upsetting.
Unless it's true. If I do
unless it's true,
all sorts of horribly upsetting things. Don't worry.
Well, yeah, if it's true, yeah.
So it balances out. Don't worry
okay,
about it.
that works out.
She's not sorry, and he doesn't actually love you, so it works.
Yeah, there you go.
Shut up, John.
I don't know how far back to go because I don't remember, because there are at least 2 things I wanted to talk about.
That was last time you tried to say something.
when Jonathan was trying to think of something.
Yes.
Oh, that was we're talking about Biden and some of the things he's been doing. I've been talking with my son who works for the federal government, and he says that a lot of the things that Biden has done to reverse policies about civil service, because Trump was doing a whole lot of shit to politicize civil service, to move career civil servants into political appointee jobs, things like that. And Biden has just taken that whole mess and turned it back into civil servants are non-political. Get your ass out of it. Get this political crap out of here. And that has, he says, has made a lot of difference in just the way people feel in the government. However, that has already come too late for hundreds of people who have left because they couldn't tolerate it. And so, I don't know how many people of the new ones that have come in are politically, aligned with Trump. Who knows? Who knows if there's a deep state going on from Trump, which, he wanted to set up anyway. Anyway, the point being that
he doesn't have enough children for that.
There you go. But there's a lot of,
because he was selling appointments.
True.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Tom.
Well, just the point being that there are a lot of the things that are not flashy or spectacular are good, and just turning the things back to the way they were is, I think, valuable. I'm not carrying water for Biden, but I think it's important to kind of keep in mind that there are things going on other than the obvious and the things that everybody wants to have, or all of us anyway want to have done, like get the kids out of cages, stop the pipelines, get indigenous people to have, to be treated like human beings and equals, and that their treaty rights are respected and improved. I mean, literally, the treaties lived up to it. And I think, well, Joey can maybe tell me if this would help, just improving the relationship between the tribes and the government. So anyway, that was all. That was the first thing I wanted to say. So now that I brought the whole mood down, let's see.
The mood wasn't that high to begin with, but
I could sing. That would make it worse.
Not as bad as if Jonathan sang.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Depends on the song.
We could probably have a sing off, and everybody would shoot themselves.
No.
It'd be a Vogon sing off.
Oh, I know. I think I can think of some Vogonic poetry.
No.
Yeah. I will mute you.
Yeah, Davy, I agree with you.
Joey answered you.
Honoring the trees would be incredibly awesome. Okay.
Yeah, well, they gave, theoretically, in any case, gave half of Oklahoma back to some of the native folks that were
that happened.
It's not about giving credit, Deva. It's about the lives of people being less worse.
I'm still in the decompression stage from Trump. I'm just so happy that things are.
Yeah, I get why you're happy that Trump isn't here. That was the post I made on Facebook talking about people congratulating. That wasn't about people like you who are just happy that Trump is gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's people who are like, "Oh my God, Biden is so awesome! He did
that
and that."
No. He's if he
not.
restores, if all he does is to restore things to the status quo ante, that will be better than Trump. But it's certainly bad. It's still bad. It's still America.
Better than Trump is a low bar.
Yeah. It's you.
But yeah, of course, it's a good thing that he has nominated. I forgot her name. The trans
Kamala
woman?
Harris. Oh.
No, not the transphobic one.
No, he did. Biden appointed a trans woman. Biden appointed a indigenous woman as well. So there's a lot of historical firsts. That's where I'm just waiting to see how bad they will be for actual economics or actual policies things. If it's just more of identity politics than actual progress.
Don't start again, Valerie. We are in agreement there.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's congratulating Biden.
Yeah,
no, I'm congratulating Biden for letting trans women serve in the military. We need more female prison guards.
Implying that I
personally
need to invite.
I will congratulate Biden the day that he dies.
Yeah.
For making the world a better place.
Or if he finally closes the concentration camps, it would be a good thing. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. So that would be a good thing. But the fact that he's taken the position of perpetuating the structure, the political structure and the political system, which continuously enacts violence through imperialism and through colonialism, means I will never give him credit for that. I'll be happy when
I agree 100%.
I will be happier for him when he is not in a position of any kind of political power, which probably won't happen until he's in the grave. So
which could happen fairly soon, to be honest, because
he's 79 years old.
President Harris sounds horrible.
How old is he?
79.
Old.
Oh, 79. Okay. I
Oh,
thought you said
really? I
70.
thought he was way
78.
older than that.
78.
78.
He looks
Oh, he's a spring chicken.
older. He looks
6 years.
older than that. He looks.
Well, capitalism ages you.
Mm.
I don't
He-
know.
Standing
he-
I
capitalism
thought
doubly
it
so.
was at least 85.
I mean, like, he's been on a campaign trail for like the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe he shouldn't have at this age.
Yeah, who knows? It was his turn. But anyway, do we have Fishy Fashy?
We do have a fishy fashy.
Alrighty then, let's play.
So, this week I went with very definitely real leftists.
Oh, I'm smelling sarcasm.
Now, you may have seen the mild shit show after Angie Speaks posted.
No, I don't go on Twitter, so no.
Okay. Well, she posted a thing that
I'm very
What has
was.
she
for you.
done now?
She was she's basically Jordan Peterson of the left.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
she- because her tweet was just this mishmash of pseudo-psych buzzwords and gibberish. A whole bunch of what's
That's
his name?
what she's doing since Coffin indoctrinated her.
Mhm,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was gonna say that's every tweet she has posted since
Oh, this one was
2019.
particularly bad.
Oh. I missed this one.
Let's see
Mostly
if
because
I
I
can...
don't. I have.
Well,
I've blocked her. So
There was a
don't see
time,
what she posts.
comrade. There was a time where she was kind of good. Well, I
Mhm.
did like what she did. She talked about a lot of stuff under the anarchist point of view,
Mhm.
and like witchcraft and Taoism and shit like that. And I think that's
Anarcho-Tomunists.
very interesting. And
I got the impression that she was kind of just appropriating cultures that she really didn't understand.
that may
She
be the
really
case,
wanted to be
but
counterpoints.
that may be the case, but it was interesting at least. What it was different than what other anarchists did. Well,
I guess.
self-proclaimed anarchists.
Like I
Anyways.
said though, like I feel like she was just appropriating like Eastern aesthetic mysticism, and
Yeah,
I
that's
think she was encouraging and enacting a lot of the kinds of really icky racism that you get from like Peterson all along. And the fact that she also was doing she made some extremely ableist statements. I still can't get over the first time I ever heard her on a stream. She was talking about how depressed people are the reason why it is that the world's not a better place.
yeah, I know.
yeah,
But that
like-
was after she met Peter. So
I guess, but she
I-
met Peter pretty much right
Well,
away.
I felt that she changed a lot. But anyways, who cares?
Anyway,
She's a shitlord now. That's all that matters.
And if you look on the stream, you'll be able to see the tweet I was talking about. To read it out for you, the marketized sexuality of the neoliberal paradigm is nothing but onanism and an endless implosion into the narcissistic image of the self. The sexualized other is merely an object of internal archetypal projections and not a complete or nuanced being.
Uh-huh.
what? That's a lot of word salad there.
Yeah, that's a lot of words to say I'm a wonker. Yeah.
But where do lobsters fit in? I don't see the lobster reference.
No, she's not gone that direction with the Jordan Peterson
Yeah,
thing,
she's
but they
just
both love.
fancier than the motherfucker. But
She forgot the Dragon of Chaos metaphor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they're both Jungian archetypal nonsense lovers. But anyway,
yeah, that sounds like pseudoscience. All right, David, you're right.
but so a lot of people responded to that tweet, as you might imagine, and a lot of them were less than complimentary.
Yeah, I believe you.
And somebody replied to her by saying, but basically just calling what she said gibberish. And her response was that she didn't realize that big words are literally violence.
They are, bitch. Like, how fucking elitist can you get? Oh my god. That's everything I hate in commies.
But what you don't understand is that she's unlike all of the rest of leftists. She
Is a witch.
opposes ideology because that maintains consistency within her ideology, as if she opposes all
and she's not a
ideology.
peasant. We got that too.
Next up, we have good friend June, aka Shoe on Head.
No, what was
Yeah, well, what's the first one?
Angie was saying that big words are literally violence in response to people complaining.
Oh,
about her.
okay.
Oh.
It's a fishy fashy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up, June, Shoe on Head, is openly... Yep,
I don't understand that woman.
is openly thirsting after Noam Chomsky.
Ew.
Okay.
I don't know she was
I don't know if
gerontophiliac, but
I don't know if I believe that she would openly thirst. Well, he did engage in genocide denial, so that's up her alley.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Wait, Noam Chomsky engaged
but like
in genocide?
not very
No, June.
denial.
Oh.
Genocide denial.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, wait,
Um,
Chomsky did that? Oh, I can believe that.
Yeah, but like just one of them though. So that's a
Okay.
pretty low number of genocides to deny for her standards. But
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
maybe it's
yeah.
enough to qualify.
Probably, yeah.
Which one?
But
did
like
he
not even the
deny?
Holocaust though. Like it
Yeah.
was one of the smaller ones that you don't hear about much.
Which
Okay.
one? Do you remember?
I'd have to look it up.
Armenian?
No,
I
it
think
wouldn't
it
be
was the
Armenian.
Armenian. Yeah.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, because like one of the people at TYT also like denied that too.
well, they're
Anyway,
Turks, of course they do. I mean, the only
I
Turk
think
I
he's
know that doesn't deny it is Mehmet and his friends, of course.
Cambodian.
Oh,
Cambodian
that
genocide.
makes sense at the Cambodian
Yeah.
genocide because, like, that was the criticism that I heard from Derek Johnson, the Pork Chop Express, in our chat, who on
Cambodian comrade Dikwak.
the Cambodian, there's latency, there's 30 seconds delay for them to chat than us, but like Derek Johnson on his podcast, Where's My Jetpack, I did mention that that Noam Chomsky was kind of like apologizing for like Pol Pot a bit in like Manifest Consent and his other works because of like anti-American imperialism, as it were.
Yeah, Chomsky is getting a little old, methinks.
But anyway, so like we're still in
Yes.
fishy fashy.
Chomsky actually denied that genocide in the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah, he published an article in The Nation, contrasted the views expressed in books by
Really?
Barry and Paul Punchard, Porter, and Hilbrand, and in articles and accounts by others. The conclusion was, we do not pretend to know where the truth lies amidst these sharply conflicting assessments. Rather, we again want to emphasize some crucial points. What filters through to the American public is a seriously distorted version of the evidence available, emphasizing alleged Khmer Rouge atrocities and downplaying or ignoring the crucial U.S. role, direct and indirect, in the torment that Cambodia has suffered.
Mhm.
After the failure of the American effort to subdue South Vietnam and crush mass movements elsewhere in Indochina, there is now a campaign to reconstruct the history of those years so as to place the role of the U.S. in a more favorable light.
You traumatized Von Rech with your image of June thirsting for Chomsky.
All right, so
yeah, next, so the June was thirsty for John Chomsky, and then the first one was
Yeah, but what did she say exactly, please?
That's what she. No,
John.
that's what.
she posted a Noam Chomsky appreciation post with pictures of a young Noam Chomsky smoking a pipe.
Oh, young. So she's not gerontophiliac.
No.
Oh,
She's
too
a
bad.
60s, 70s philiac.
I was hoping. I was hoping. I'm not what I'm going to say later yet, but I am that.
She
but I'm not
doesn't deserve you, Tom.
That. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the concept of younger.
Of gerontophilia, you mean?
Yeah. I don't want to engage in it myself, but if somebody
Well,
wants to engage in it
if I
for me-
wasn't Ace, Tom, I would totally be thirsting on you. I promise.
Thank you. I'll take that as I'll just take that and shut up and ask you to go on.
All right, our final fishy fashy
Thank you.
is Vosh.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Definitely a leftist. And he said that Biden is basically the same as Trump. That we need to work on our rhetorical skills in order to pull the situation further to the left.
What?
I encourage other leftists to experiment with rhetorical strategies for moving liberals further to the left because Biden is basically the same as Trump.
I don't understand what that means.
Experiment with different
What?
ways of communicating and debating in order to get liberals to move to the left.
That doesn't work.
Well, this is Vosh we're talking about. Of course it doesn't work.
Oh, yes.
Right, because Vosh has always been incredibly good at processing and communicating and being honest about political theory.
Yep. Yeah, I thought that Vosh did say something about
It wasn't an
too.
Biden. Oh, God.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I don't actually disagree in the idea that Trump and Biden are basically the same. Not actually the same, but symbolically they are.
They're both working on behalf of big capital.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're
It's just
both
that
not
Trump is
anarchists.
openly white supremacist and Biden is quietly white supremacist.
Well, he wasn't that quiet with
Corn
The
pop.
voted against boasting and then
Anita
Anita Hill,
Hill.
crime
Anita Hill.
bill.
He was
Yeah,
to the right
he
of
wasn't
Reagan
that
during the
quiet
80s
about it. I
of
mean,
the drug crime, of raw drugs too. Yeah, but anyway,
just
so
Trump is like the reality TV version of Biden. Is more
yeah,
loud, is more racist, is more stupid, is more
rapist.
everything. But
yeah.
He's all the bad parts
Yeah.
of America dialed up to 11. All right, so
Yes.
I mean,
those are our
yeah,
three
Biden
fishy
is
fashy.
rapist too. So
I said more
Yeah,
rapist.
well, yes.
All right, so those are our three fishy fashy. Julie, which one do you think is the fake?
oh my God.
Angie, Shu, or Vosh?
I prefer when I'm last so I can pick the one no
yeah, I
one
know. That's why I'm
picked.
making you go first this time.
You're an asshole. I'd say Angie because I haven't understood a word of that salad. Yeah, I understood onanism.
Well, no. That was the real tweet. The fake was I didn't realize that big words are literally violence.
Yeah, but
In response to one of the people criticizing
yeah,
her.
no, she would say that. June is fake.
Okay, you think June is fake. June is not thirsting over Noam Chomsky. All right. Jamie.
I don't know.
I say Vosh is fake,
Okay. You
and
don't
also the tweet that you said that he posted.
All right, and Jonathan.
I'm going to say Vosh is fake too.
Okay. And Tom.
I have no fucking idea. Hang on. Vosh, the third one. I literally have no idea. So
Oh my God.
somebody said in a much earlier stream that throwing dice might be the way to deal with things that you have no concept of. So I took that to heart, and I say Vosh because I have no fucking clue.
All right, so you all agree on Angie Speaks. The critique was from somebody whose name I can't read because Angie saved it, screenshotted it at really low resolution. Angie is at the point with her obtuse, opaque gibberish that she could be calling me a tranny in a tweet, and I honestly probably wouldn't be able to tell. And that's what Angie replied to with, "I didn't realize that big words are literally violence," using the uppercase, lowercase,
They are,
uppercase, lowercase.
bitch. For a lot of people who didn't go to university, you rich little bitch. It is.
But yeah, she's being deliberately obtuse and obscurantist. She is just like the worst of continental philosophy. Fucking onanism. Just call it masturbatory, you goddamn.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only word I understood in all her. Well, I understood all the words, just not the connection between them.
Just I have to respond to something in the comments. Jordan Joan T. No, it was a D6. I suppose that is used, but it's just a D6.
Just a regular.
Yes, we use regular dice.
Yeah,
we use regular dice.
I would have used.
We use regular dice too.
I would have used one of my. I do have D&D dice. I would have used one if I knew what they were.
I have a D10 in my purse.
There you go.
It's purple with glitter in it.
Oh, that sounds pretty. I want one like that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So, Angie Speaks was a real tweet. So, next up, Julie thinks that June was not thirsting after Noam Chomsky.
No, I said I thought June was fake.
And a couple of people in the live chat also picked June is fake, like Valerie and Jordan and Joan B.
But in fact, June did thirst after the young Noam Chomsky. Post says, Noam Chomsky appreciation post, because he is a great political thinker and no other reason. And showing a picture of young Noam Chomsky with an oral fixation.
Yes.
Yeah, so because she just found out about the Cambodian genocide now. Gotcha. Suddenly he's on the market for
her.
Which means that Jamie, Jonathan, and Tom were correct, and Vosh is the
Oh my God, Sasha, shut up.
I knew it all the time.
And also
Sasha did the butt wiggle.
And Phoenix and D-Quack also picked Vosh too.
And what he actually said was, I encourage other leftists to experiment with rhetorical strategies for moving liberals further to the left, because Biden is basically the same as Trump, really isn't going to do it. Basically, I cut off the last bit of his quote there. Most liberals are ecstatic Trump is gone, and it only makes you look delusional in their eyes.
I never really know what to pick when there's Vosh, because I'm really not familiar with the guy. The only time I spoke to him on Twitter, he blocked me.
Oh, that's good. I'm still not blocked by Vosh, but then I don't interact with him either.
So, and it was a long time ago, because that's about at least 6 months that I haven't set foot on Twitter.
I've just seen like one Vosh stream, and I've seen a bunch of like Vosh clips, and it's just like, and it's seen some people who responded to like Vosh as well. So I think I know enough about this guy. Vosh is the new atheist for now dirtbag leftists, which is about the same here. And hey, Joe, you just arrived. You just missed Fishy Fashy.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe. Well, good to hear
you blocked Vosh. I was blocked by Vosh. I have an achievement.
But yeah, Vosh is the liberal whisperer for leftists. That's his role.
Not want to be, damn it. I'm not sure how successful I'm in either. But anyway.
But yeah, Vosh is the one who can speak to and for liberals. He's the big brain. He's the
he speaks to right wingers all the time and wants to convert them more often, as well as like a pick puncher.
So it's like Kevin, but not likable.
At least Kevin is likable. Yes.
Because I have a lot of issues with Kevin's politics. Well, lack thereof, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he is.
Well, he's a union organizer, so he's okay.
Yeah, I can.
Or he was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but he's a sweetheart. Yeah, but he's best chum with Christy now, so maybe he's not anymore. I don't know.
But I can still talk to Kevin. Kevin is cool.
Kevin is a sweetheart.
Yes, you win because you don't do Twitter. I know some people that don't do Twitter as well. Mithril doesn't do even. Doesn't do
I
Twitter.
don't anymore. I went on it last week to follow someone who plays Sims, but I never go anyways. And I think if I go back, I will just unfollow every political stuff and just follow the Sims and kittens.
Yes, Sims and kittens and capybaras. Well, I follow capybaras.
It's not upsetting.
K-pop fans trying to spoil Margaret Green's attempts to impeach Biden. By the way, I did see that. I did see that. Like already, that's QAnon congresswoman is like put in articles of impeachment against
Very
Biden.
first day.
Very first day.
I mean, I expect Republicans to be assholes. So. I mean,
Well,
I expect.
But the thing
Democrats
is,
to be
Mitch
too,
McConnell set a
so-
pretty high bar. You expect them to
Mitch
be
McConnell.
smart and competent assholes.
Yeah, exactly. But also, it's just like because the Senate. So the Democrats do have majority control over the Senate. Chuck Schumer's now the majority leader, even though there's only 48.
Oh God, Sasha is in full crazy time. Look at him.
Yeah, he's like waiting, and the tail back and forth, waiting to pounce. Yes. QAnon said the lady's planning to run for senator next year. So like, yep. Then Sasha is again moving around.
Who cares about politics when there's a cat?
Go ahead, Kitty, kill it, kill it.
But like,
Oh
the
shit,
Democrats.
Wesley, don't wag your tail. Sasha's gonna go after it.
So there's only 48 Democratic senators, a couple of ones which are very conservative, honestly, but the Democratic Party. But there are two, but the two independents that are in the Senate are going to caucus with the Democrats. So that's how
Bernie
the Democrats,
and who else?
I forgot who's the second independent. Honestly, I have to look that up. But because it is a 50-50 split, effectively, Chuck Schumer is working with like Mitch McConnell in order to split the Senate committees evenly into like 50 Democrats or 50 Democrats and Democrat caucusers and Republicans. So it's kind of like only a few things are going to like pass out will be like what the Democrats want, which is not as good as like what I want, but it's something. But I've been told it's just like, well, that's why we gotta get more people out to vote, and it's just like, okay, that's what the liberals say. Just like more people just gotta go out and vote because you just gotta do more of what.
God, that meme you put on. Oh God, thank you. That's exactly what I need. Thank you.
For those who don't know, Alex Jones once complained that they were putting chemicals in the water that make the frogs gay.
That was actually based off a legitimate like news article because it was like in a wetland or a pond near like a chemical plant, as it were, they have noticing that like some frogs were pretty much like being more homosexual as were, and they actually did tests and think is probably because of the chemicals that got seeped into the wetlands as were that were basically turning the frogs gay in a way. And so Alex Jones was like bitching and complaining about that, but of course it's just like it became a meme instantly. And Alex Jones is a terrible person who is like a crazy conspiracist and was like terrorizing like victims of a shooting because of like grifting.
And he's also an abusive bastard to his family. So
Who?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
that guy has no qualities, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's not even pretty. At least Paul Joseph Watson is pretty. So if you cut his tongue, you can at least look at him. But Alex Jones, no, nope.
A manly man, manly man. So manly
Yeah.
he yells at the
I need
ground.
a misandry profile pic.
Mhm. So yes. Anything fun or interesting or like entertainment wise that anyone's been up to? Like watch anything new, play any new games,
Finished
read
The
any new
Mandalorian.
books? How was the Mandalorian?
It was good.
Okay.
I've been watching Hunter x Hunter lately. It's a cute show.
Oh, okay. I heard
Sounds
good
like an
things about
anime.
that. Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's an anime.
Anime.
Yeah, it's one of those Japanese cartoons that you hear about.
No,
Actually, isn't
actually,
even
Hunter x Hunter
Japanese.
is a 2020 horror mystery movie about a fur trapper who leaves his wife and daughter behind to kill a rogue wolf in the remote wilderness.
Yeah, it's generally typeset Hunter x Hunter, but I believe it's pronounced Hunter x Hunter. Every single episode has an X between every word in the episode title.
Yep.
And I doubt that you're supposed to pronounce those. So I think they just
Yes.
use that as like a fancy space.
I mean, this is a common thing. You're supposed to pronounce the anime show Gunsword, but there's an accent. You're supposed to pronounce it just Romeo and Juliet, but there's an accent that. And then there's like X. It's spelled XXX holic, but you're supposed to just pronounce holic. And yet there's a show that's actually titled X. Do you just pronounce it as blank? You just not pronounce it? You pronounce it as I don't know.
Yeah, you're supposed to pronounce it my polycule, but there are several X's in that. So.
Shut up, David. And I'm talking to you, Jamie. That was shameful.
Yeah, it's Japanimation.
I still haven't gotten into the Mandalorian. I'm afraid it like glorifies Mandalorians, and they're kind of like Nazis. Well,
some Mandalorians are. The rest are just fascists.
Yeah.
Is the Mandalorian your favorite Japanimation?
I prefer Afghanistanimation.
I see.
Yeah, I haven't even started Hunter x Hunter, and it's just like I might eventually. But it is a 100 episodes show, so it's like I have to like give it some like I don't know, like a arc or two to see if I want to commit to like watching the rest of it.
I'm watching a thing on YouTube. It's called Epic NPC Man. It's a bunch of Australians, I think, who makes very short videos about video games, mostly MMOs, and making very cool, funny parodies of it. And it's like one NPC gained a conscience, and he sees how the other NPCs are acting, or how gamers are acting in a game and stuff like that. It's very, very funny.
Actually, you finish.
I don't know what I wanted to add after that. It's just I recommend anyone to watching that. The little episodes are like 1 minute long. It's very fun to watch.
See, is he like a blonde guy working as a shopkeep?
Yep.
But yeah, so Joey said in the chat, Mandalorians are like a religious group, not that the species or ethnicity. That makes sense.
Yes, they're like a cult.
Right. That's like a
very fascist cult.
Well, I mean, they started out as an actual planet of people.
Which I want to step in here and say, despite the claims to the contrary, a cult is highly unlike what our fan base is.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
I just want to put a stop to those rumors before they get any louder.
I'm not getting rich off of them, and I'm not having sex with any of them, so this definitely is not a cult. It could be.
given those suggestions,
Tom says
I would
he is.
prefer that it doesn't become one.
Yeah, you think John is. You think John? He's the figurehead. I pull his strings.
We're a gerontophilic cult.
David says, I mean a real show, not a stupid manga.
Well, the Ewoks was a comic book too, as well. Oh, but there was 2 movies. There was like the Battle of Endor, and like so there are 2 Ewok movies that were live action and filmed actually in the Evergreen Forest in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State.
And Von
That
Reich
makes sense.
told you to never bring that up again, and I have no idea what he's talking about.
The Ewoks cartoons.
Oh.
The Ewoks.
Since I was a child, I am scared shitless of the Ewoks. Why do people find them cute? The first time we see them, they take the people to eat them.
Yeah.
What
Chewie,
the fuck?
Han and Luke. But yeah, they were just like tied them up so that they're about to cook them over a fire. They had to. It wasn't until their god, C-3PO, like did floated around that they proved. Oh no, they were upsetting our god, so then they had to tie them up.
John and Tom, Marty says she didn't know that was an offer.
Well, there are perks to increasing your donation.
Yeah, John, I meant to ask at the top of the show when we were talking about beatings. I don't remember which Patreon tier it is that we offer beatings to our viewers. All of them. Okay, that was where I got confused. I couldn't remember if it was a higher tier.
But I think they have to that person has to travel here to one of us.
Yeah, you either have to travel here or you have to weigh up that Patreon.
Oh, to travel here, I'm up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll become a Patreon and then a patron and then go to France and
I'll beat you up with my cane if you want.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I've wanted to meet you in person for a long time. It would be kind of, that's like a two-for.
I'm not beating you up.
Oh, well then what's the fucking point?
We're friends.
You don't beat up your friends?
No.
Jamie does not understand you.
Yeah.
It makes stuff weird afterwards.
No, it doesn't. It makes stuff amazing afterwards.
No,
what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I don't know.
David says I'm going to France for a beating. But he put quotes on it, so.
Oh man, Jesus, I gotta stop thinking of these things. The things that you don't hear me say that are truly incredibly funny and immensely offensive, and get you to hate me in 2 seconds. That would be great.
I mean, does watching a video on Ayn Rand deserve a beating?
Anything related to Ayn Rand deserves a beating. Yeah.
Yes. Well, especially if you did it on purpose and you didn't have one of those things in your eyes.
Tom, what is impulse control like?
It's a real pain in the ass, I'll tell you. There's so much.
It sounds horrible.
Yeah, there's so much energy pent up that when I quit, when I become a bit more aged than I am now in a few minutes.
See, that's what you need the beatings for.
Yeah, well, there you go.
To get the energy out.
See, I got so
just get it beat right out of you.
Yeah, help me get to France.
Everything gets way better. See,
take care of it.
This is what Leto doesn't get.
What?
Yeah,
that's what you don't get about the beatings.
Your friends. Yeah, you beat all of that nervous energy and anxiety that's been built up from all the impulse control that your friends have that you just don't, and you beat it right out of them, and everything just feels great for everyone. It's
okay,
cool.
Calm
down.
down.
Good idea. I recommend that.
You beat my neck with your plush guillotine.
The
We,
best
we
thing
have
with-
salami guillotines in my country.
I like salami. I like it a
That
lot.
yeah, no, that
Oh, I thought you
you
said
also-
sodomy guillotines. I was trying to work that one out.
You have paper
Don't
guillotines there.
don't give Jamie any more ideas.
everyone who is friends with Mehmet on Facebook, I invite you to go see his new profile picture because it's very funny.
I'm sorry. I just
So,
you
yeah, what
brought up
the-
Mehmet at the exact right moment to bring up Mehmet. So I appreciate you for that.
The poor thing is in alcohol withdrawal,
Mhm.
Yeah.
so
Nerfitine.
that's not funny.
What's going on beats me.
Nerfitine isn't funny. I thought that was.
No, Mehmet who is in withdrawal.
Oh no! I'm looking at Von Reck talking about a Nerfitine. Flesh
What's a
guillotine.
Nerf routine?
Nerf
It's a
guillotine.
flesh guillotine. It's a Nerf
Yeah.
guillotine made out of Nerf material.
Nerf 15. Oh.
Oh, like a Nerf
Nerfitine
gun.
is nothing a teen. Yeah.
It's like a Nerf gun is like a real rifle, except you get hit by Nerf balls instead of.
Mhm.
What do you have against French bread, Von Reck?
It's pain.
It's
Guys.
too small for a proper sandwich.
That pun hurt me. Just
What
so you know,
pun?
Johnny
Wait,
Cakes.
I missed a pun.
Johnny Cakes referred to French bread as a pain.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
since he saw it once, he is telling
It
it
is?
regularly.
It is spelled that way.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, but
Once I showed
You hurt
him
me.
a picture of a woman who says, "We eat a pain for breakfast."
Mhm. You said that on the podcast one time.
Yeah, and I showed you the
why
picture.
why would you eat bread that's so plain and boring?
Well, we eat bread for breakfast with
Ugh.
jam and butter.
Oh,
See,
no,
Cheese and wine.
No,
my
for
puppy
breakfast.
eats crepes for breakfast. Did I get
Yeah,
close?
I can't
Are you gonna
make
get mad at
fucking
me?
crepes every morning because I'm a fucking cripple. So I eat.
Yeah.
Mm.
They are
Bread,
expensive.
Yeah, it's work to make crepes, but
I wish I could eat crepes
if you
because
are able to, it's
Mm.
yeah. I'd eat crepes every morning.
ooh, that probably is like a way to make a vegan.
Yes, I
crepes.
am very French, but I don't know why you say that.
Yeah, she's proud that she's very French, and
Not really. I'm not proud
you're not proud
or
of it.
shameful. I don't care.
well, you're not
You
proud
That's
of the
what I
French
am.
colonies.
Yeah, I think that you should be a little ashamed of being French.
Why?
Like Algeria,
Yeah, the French.
to name an
colonies.
example.
Yeah,
Katie.
I wasn't even fucking born. I am ashamed of what my country did, but I am not ashamed of being French. It's stupid.
Oh, so you're saying you do approve of
Hmm.
nationalism?
Yes,
Okay.
it's exactly what I'm saying, John.
You see, anti-imperialist, anti-French Algerian nationalism, maybe, but approving of France existing as a state, as a nation.
I don't
Maybe don't.
approve as any nation existing. So
Not even Algiers,
no.
because she's racist against Muslims.
Yep.
Well,
That's me.
that would do it.
With my Muslim dad and all that.
Speaking
you know.
of,
Yeah.
Biden ended the Muslim ban.
Yes, that's one. It's always like the good things that Biden, or the better things that Biden is doing already, is just like reverse a lot of the terrible things that Trump has done.
Right.
Mhm.
So we're back to just not letting them in and not saying why.
Yes,
More or less.
well, yes, exactly.
Unless they, get admitted to a school or get a job.
mhm.
So not
Who?
letting them in
What?
and not saying why.
No, we do say why. It's because we don't want poor people.
That's
yes.
true, but also there's a reason why Muslim immigrants are not, or Muslim would-be immigrants are not being offered job propositions.
Mhm.
I have no clue what's happening in the chat. Sorry, babes. What the fuck are you on about, David? And what?
Have you stopped beating your wife? Probably something to do with bread. David's weird.
Mhm.
Anyways. So yeah, no, I'm not particularly proud of being French. My country sucks, but
Mhm.
you know, this is who I am. I can't really do anything against it. So
I mean, you've been living under your Biden for like the past 4 years, 5 years. He's coming up to like election soon, right?
who?
Macron,
Macron.
you're Biden.
Oh, yeah. We're quarantined again next week, by the way.
Mhm.
The neoliberal racist cookie.
Oh my god, that motherfucker. I fucking hate him. So we are going to be quarantined again, except schools will stay open.
I never
Okay.
understand that. It's like now it's like I kind of
They
like
just don't want people to have a life outside of work,
Well, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's obvious.
basically.
yeah,
And
pretty
every
much.
time they soften a little the restrictions, people go on strike or protest in the streets. So they're not going to let us breathe until this summer, because in summer there is less protests.
I see.
Because everyone's
Yeah.
down in Nice at the nude beaches.
No, because it's too hot and all people are abroad. And anyways, that's
They're all in Nice.
most
and the nude beaches.
contagion terrains are at work and in school. So there's absolutely no what's the word?
Point?
I don't know. Yeah. There's absolutely no point preventing people from going out if you keep those spreading terrains for the virus. I mean, I don't know. Apparently, we have a mutating one from the UK.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the Bojo
It's-
virus.
Yeah, it's over here too. And it's
And also, we're like the worst for the vaccines in Europe. I don't know what the fuck they are doing. I mean, Ely posted on his profile today that he was vaccinated. So Denmark is vaccinating everyone. In France, we have 1 million people vaccinated. That's less than 1.5% of the population. We have the fucking vaccines, but I don't know what they are doing. I have to say, I really would like to be vaccinated so I can take my fucking cortisone again. You know? But
Denmark has a children's TV show about a man with a giant penis.
about a
Okay.
what? A man with a what?
A giant penis.
Okay.
It's ridiculously long and he can do stuff with it.
What?
okay.
His
this
name is
it.
John
I looked-
Dillermand, which is Danish for penis man.
I've
I was
lived
about
too
to
long.
ask.
I
You
lived too
broke
long.
Tom, I think, John.
Well, I was half falling asleep anyway. I haven't slept very well. Period. Go back for years. I haven't slept very well, but I was.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I'm
I
falling
haven't
asleep
slept
now,
well
so-
this past decade either.
Yeah.
And if you look at
Well-
the YouTube channel, you can see a still image from the show. Shows John Dillerman putting some sort of fuel on his barbecue using his ridiculously long penis.
David says, of course, his name is John.
Well, being an old person who doesn't like to hear this kind of talk from the youngsters, I'm going to say fuck off, everyone, and have a
Who do you
wonderful
prefer to
life.
hear it from?
Who do I
You're on to
prefer to hear
Philiax.
from?
Yeah. Wouldn't gerontophiliacs generally be youngsters?
Somebody who would
Yes.
whisper it to me in bed at night in a loving
yes.
way.
That is an excellent place to hear it.
That's what I was thinking. So anyway, I'm going to say, with all love and respect to everybody, fuck off. It's been a lot of fun, and I want to make a special fuck you to Mithril, because that was I always get it from them, and I think it's useful.
Can't
to
say
have it.
fuck you to Mithril. Mithril has the COVID.
Yeah.
Was it Mithril who has the COVID?
No,
No,
it's
Martin has
Marty
the
has the
COVID.
COVID. Okay, yeah, so fuck you. Mithril. Yeah, that's fine,
also
yeah.
a special fuck you to Marty as well. So bye.
Later, Tom.
Have a good evening, Tom.
He's gone.
You're
Gone.
I just
true.
Tom
Good.
is gone. One more round. Tom is gone.
Sorry to bring back the depressing news. I just remembered that, there's videos from last night, Tacoma, Washington. Police officer ran a car through a crowd, run over someone.
Oh God.
Tacoma has
And he's been placed on administrative leave. He will be given a stern talking to before being allowed back on the job.
And the Tacoma community is populated with a lot of people of color too. Yeah, so not surprised at all. Very frustrating and green, and sadly not surprised. But yeah. So yes, we still need to protest and to defund police and eventually abolish police. Again, defunding. If we stop there, that's just a compromise.
Well, I don't think we need to defund the police. There was a massive riot just a few days ago, and the police responded with equanimity, and they were kind and killed almost no one.
Did selfies, opened the barricades,
Participated, were actively part of it. Yeah, I mean,
I think it's more responsible to use barricades. Generally speaking, unless you're
well, we're not talking about sex. We're talking about riots.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm like Tom, not old. I mean, but I'm done.
Sorry. I think Wesley is being so needy because he has been needing to go for a walk.
Okay. So, JB, would you have plugs like a Patreon?
Yes,
I have plugs and a Patreon. But yeah, no, y'all, if you like the stuff that I do here and elsewhere on Twitter, on streams that I'm a guest on, you are welcome to
give her fucking money.
Patreon.
She'll beat the shit out of you, and she'll switch your computer over to Linux.
Yeah, I'll beat the shit out of you and install Gentoo on your computer.
All right.
And I am Some Random Geek. Some 3 E's on Geek, and that's the same Some Random Geek on Twitter, on Twitch, where I do stream occasionally, on YouTube, where I reel up both my political streams up there, maybe my other gaming streams as well, and Tumblr, Medium, Patreon, a bunch of other places, but I barely go over there anyway. And yeah, that's me.
All right.
And oh, good.
Go
Sorry.
ahead, Judy.
Go ahead.
Well, no,
I just want to. Yes, you want to finish. I know.
Yeah.
I might start streaming games on Twitch. So I'll let you know if I do that.
Okay.
On Twitter. I still have an account, so maybe I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
What are you going to stream?
And
Sims or Guild Wars?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe even Dragon Age. I don't know.
Dragon Age is fun, actually. I know some people that do stream Dragon Age.
Amazing, yeah. Sims is funny to stream though, because you can take the time to speak with people. Anyways, there's still the address for Anarchist memes in the description. You can. It's been zooked permanently.
Okay, so we can get rid of that.
With COVID, there's no appeals for anything, so it's gone.
Yeah, we could probably update
So,
that too.
Anarchist
to,
news.
like,
What
our
about
Twitches.
Misandry Animals?
It's mine. It's not Zooked.
And
Okay.
it's still there, so people to like
It's
still
still
see.
there.
Like,
It's not updated, but it's still there. Still funny
Misandry
images.
Animals. Yes, exactly.
Anyways, I'm going to go and have fun with your D&D, John. It was
Yes.
yesterday, but
Yes.
I did play Friday.
You played a game Friday?
Yeah,
What did you play?
D&D 4.
What character? What kind of character?
It's still my elf ranger. It's a game we've started like 6 years ago. So
Oh,
we play like 3 times a year when everyone's available. So, anyways,
Yeah. Okay.
bye babes. I need to go
Just
take
like
a
all
shite.
good D&D.
I love you all. Bye bye.
I'm gonna go walk the
Take care,
dog.
Letta.
And yes, in the D&D game she was referring to was Dungeons and Debacles podcast.
Ooh.
A lot of fun.
I should
All
watch
right.
Shiro.
And with that, I am going to stop this stream. Bye bye, everyone. Stay high.